The finished position in the golf swing is much like the summary of a book. It tells the story. Today we're talking about what are some checkpoints. What are some things that you should be looking for when you've completed the golf swing? I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, and I can tell you this, one of the first things I look for as a golf instructor is where is the golfer in the finished position. So let's dive right into it. First of all here, I've got my live view positioned in the face-on view. And I like to work with live view from face-on view when I'm working with a student in their finished position. We could do it from down the line. There's some things you could look for there as well, but I prefer the face-on view. So the other thing that I always do when I give a student some direction they're going to work on their own is I always put a red line or whatever color line you want, a line let's just say, off the lead hip. Okay, so you'll notice right here on the live view that that red line is just off my lead hip. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos on the setup, on the transition, we've talked a lot about the hip position, and I would encourage you to go back and take a look at those if you haven't, because there's some real gems in there that can help you play some better golf. So, the finished position, we've got that line set up right off the lead foot. So first of all, let me show you what you should see when you've made a good golf swing, and then we're going to talk about some things that maybe you might look for if you slice a golf ball or lack good quality contact. All right, so here we go. I got my setup off my lead hip. I'm going to go ahead and hit a shot, and I'm going to hold it. We're going to talk about, all right, that felt pretty solid. Now, here's the first checkpoint. Notice how my body, my hips, are over that red line. You can see that right here on the live view. That's the beauty of live view. Instant feedback. Notice that position right there. That's checkpoint number one. I want my golfers, I'll go ahead and turn here so you can actually see it from this angle too. I want my golfers to be up over their lead foot. That tells me a lot. We know one of the keys to creating club head speed is shifting of weight, pressure, whatever word you want to use. From lead foot, left foot, to trail foot, and then back to lead foot and finishing on that front foot. So that would be the first checkpoint that I would look for. Now, what are something common that you might see if you, let's say, don't make good quality contact, or also if you slice it? Here's what I see a lot of slicers do. So if you slice a golf ball or you don't make the contact you want with your irons, here's what you're probably doing. I'm going to go ahead and hit a shot. Okay, I could feel that was a little thin, and I could feel it was going to slice. But notice the position of my body right here relative to that red line. This is a dead giveaway. Look at how far away from that red line I am. That tells me that I've kept my weight back, all right, which is causing a lot of things. So from the face-on view here, from down the line view, when you finish and you work backwards, that causes the club, or can cause the club and the arms to swing out and across, causes a slice, but also moves the bottom of your swing backwards. So the first place you always got to look is getting that weight forward to the front foot. Let me demonstrate it one more time. Then we're going to talk about a couple other things about those of you who maybe lack flexibility, things like that. I got a couple tips for you there. All right, here we go. Off that lead foot, we're going to get forward. Okay, that definitely felt more solid. There it is. Notice the position there. Now, the next thing that you're looking for, and I'm going to stay right here in this position, is I want you to be able to tap that trail foot. Okay, notice how I can tap that. That tells me that my weight is forward and I've been in balance. Okay, some people will still get forward, but they'll have some weight on their trail foot. That's not a good position. You want to be forward and be able to tap it. Now, what about those of you out there who maybe lack some flexibility? Okay, or maybe your knee hurts or your back hurts, or you got some ailments, some things going on there. Here's what I want you to do. So the beauty again of live view. I'm set in here. Watch this closely now, because this is important. Okay, I've got that red line there, okay? Off my lead hip. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to take your lead foot, which for me is my left foot, I'm going to flare it out. Okay, notice how so it's inside the red line. See that? Okay. Now it's just pointed out. Now why is that important? Well, that's important because it frees up range of motion in your hip. Okay, so if you lack flexibility, or if you're having a difficult time getting to that front foot and getting rotated, try that tip. Here's normal. Notice the lead foot. Point it out. There it is. Now let me go ahead and hit a shot. Oh yeah. I could feel that. I could feel I had more rotation through the strike there and definitely more in that finished position. So the finished position as a coach tells the story. It tells me where I need to start looking. Next time you head to the golf course, get your live view out, put that line just off your lead hip, right? Make sure you're getting forward on it. If you lack some flexibility, go ahead and point that toe out a little bit. If you do those couple things, you're definitely going to start to see some better golf shots.